My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others. Hey, this is Friday. It's already 1 o'clock, so I didn't really think I was going to start recording today, but I decided to. I'm going to do I think I'm going to try. I don't know why I tell you what I'm going to try. I should just do it, and if I don't do it, then I didn't look like an idiot. But I'm going to say it anyways, because I'm thinking out loud to myself. I'm going to try to record like half an hour today and then another half hour on my way home from work on Saturday. I think that would be a good little weekend wrap up. So today we had a rail car cleaning. So there's a few rail spurs we got next to our yard, right next to our shop. So it just turns out that the very first rail car that you come to is the one that needed to be cleaned out, which is wonderful. You know, we still had to get the trucks and trailers and everything out, but, just go right outside of our yard. And they were thinking about putting me in the tank. Hey, I'm fine with getting in the rail car tank, getting in there, cleaning it up. That's fine. The only problem is you got to wear a respirator, an organic vapor respirator mask. And in order for that to seal up, you got to shave your face. And I was like, oh no. You want me to get in there? I was like, there's two other people here that ain't got shaved face, that already have shaved faces. Why am I the one that's got to go in the fucking tank? God damn it. And they brought the razor over to me and everything. And I was like, motherfucker, I can't believe you guys are doing this to me on Friday. I'm about to call in sick right now. I'm sick right now. But no, he was just messing with me, apparently. They did need somebody to be shaved, but there's another guy coming to the job site, or to our shop. He was on his way in, and he was gonna get in the tank, which was wonderful. But oh, dude, I went from having a pretty good Friday to being very upset pretty quickly. Because I do not like to shave. I hate shaving. I don't like who I am when I shave, because it changes my entire personality. Don't like it at all. I'm very upset the entire time I'm shaved. I can feel the wind on my cheeks, and I don't like it. So, anyways, the other guy showed up, but we got all set up. We got the rail car cleaned out. It was only about 250 gallons. The guy got in there. It only took a couple hours. And then I was the truck driver with the tanker. Well, not tanker, but like the little vac truck. So I took it over across the river and dumped it out at some place. The company that we were doing the work for, they accepted the waste. So that was pretty cool. I will say they had a very beautiful woman over there. I seen her walking a dog. I was like, oh my God. I ain't never seen somebody so pretty over here. Anyway, and then get back to the shop, and I sit down and I pull out my whole picnic basket worth of lunch, because it in my truck, I don't know, it's just me and my truck, and I got a few items, and I build my sandwiches before I eat them. I don't build them, pack them away, and then eat them out. I got my lunchbox is big enough to hold everything, and I can make my sandwiches fresh. Now, that does mean that I do forget sometimes pickles or bread or something. So that's not good. But I don't like soggy sandwiches. So ate some lunch around 11, and then I was told to grab a roll-off truck, head up on top of our hill, like kind of behind all our shop and everything, It's not like a wooded area, but it's kind of just like an area that needs maintenance. So we go back. I go back there with the roll-off truck. We have a roll-off dumpster that we own sitting back there, and then my brother, old Kenny, he grabs the skid steer and has to get the bucket swapped out to the grapple bucket, and he's loading up like railroad ties and shit. It's just a bunch of just shit where they started clearing out some of the land and just trees and just all kinds of stuff. And he loads up my dumpster, but I don't want it to be too heavy or over full. So, and he's new to running equipment, kinda. He doesn't. He's getting there. But I said, hey man, you can't just drop a bucket worth of ties into the dumpster because they're all freaking crooked and shit, and it's taking a lot of the room out of here. I think I went the wrong way. No, I didn't go the wrong way. I think I'm doing all right. So, anyways, this first load, I was kind of just sitting in the truck, kind of watching him in my mirror, letting him do his own thing. I'm not going to be over there pressuring him. He likes to figure it out on his own, and I'm kind of the same way. It's like just let me try it out for a while. Leave me alone. Let me figure it out. And if I'm doing something really wrong, come over and tell me. And so I let him do his own thing, but then I'm like, hey, you need to like kind of organize this shit a little bit better so you can actually get shit to get all the way to the bottom of the fucking container. It's all stuck at the top. So he get him to kind of clean it up a little bit, and then I loaded it up, filled out some regular general construction waste ticket, and I'm headed out on the road. And I need me a spitter. So I'm going to do a quick chug here. I can't do it. Okay, I did it. So yeah, I'm having a pretty good day so far. I get to go to the landfill. I'm not going to the landfill that I want to go to. I'm going to the landfill they want me to go to. And this landfill is a pain in the ass all the time. So let's hope everything goes well. I'm trying to think of anything else going on tonight. Buddy, I'm hanging out with my friend. I can't wait. So I'm just gonna put in like 8 hours today, maybe not. I don't know. And then I'm gonna get off work. I'm gonna go over to my buddy's house, and we're gonna have a campfire. And you know what? There might just be a podcast recorded over there. Maybe not. I'm not sure. We will see. It would be kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe even doing like a video one or something. I don't know. I'm gonna just talk to him. Maybe we just want to sit and chat, and we don't want to have to be watching our tongues. Not that I watch my tongue that often, but you know, there's always little stuff that you want to keep out, like company names and people's names, and like there's some personal shit going on with some people that you don't really want to put out there, at least not yet. Which, yeah, there's some of that going on right now. Haven't It's been a week and a couple of days since I found out some bad news. Really bad news, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know enough about it to know how bad it is. So, and I'm kind of giving the person in question some space to kind of figure out what they're going to do before I even mention any of it. So I don't know. That's been on my mind for a while. I think not this episode so far. I'm not very happy with. I don't know. I've been kind of boring over here sitting talking. But tell you what, the last couple episodes beforehand, I feel like I'm on fire, and I am a little bit upset that my wife called and cut me off in the middle of my Taco Bell rant. Um, And yeah, I guess I didn't talk about yesterday. So yesterday I get to the landfill, everything goes fine, because I'm using the regular 53-foot trailer for my loads from Des Moines, the totes and stuff. And yeah, I used the regular trailer to do it everything the regular way. But my buddy that works at the landfill, his dad totaled his square body pickup, and that's just so sad. I said, I wish I could come over and give you a hug, buddy. You know, that just you never know when they're gonna get get smashed into. But it was a fucked up situation. He didn't think his dad needed to use his truck or something like that. He was like, I don't know. He just grabbed the keys, took off with it. The truck has no insurance on it. He ended up hitting a bus. I don't know if there's children or if it was like a city bus. I'm not sure, but there was he I don't know. He hit a fucking bus with a square body and caused a 3-car pileup, or maybe there was already a 3-car pileup and then he was the fourth one into the I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But I know some bad shit went down yesterday, and he was not there. He said, I won't be there. I'm crying in my backyard, looking at my square body all ruined. I said, I feel for you, man. Poor guy. But I've been on the hunt for a square body, and I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to possibly being able to get one. I want one so bad. And I think I'm getting close. I don't know. Obviously, if I'm going to get one at some point in time, I am closer to getting one. It could still be 17 years down the line, but eventually, square body will be in my driveway. But I saved a couple because I get on Facebook Marketplace and look at them. But I know that I can't get. I'm probably not going to get these ones. They'll be gone by the time I'm ready to do anything. But I got 2 of them saved. They are perfect. I've always said that I don't want the 80s square body. I want the 70s. I want the round headlights. But I came across one it looks like such a fucking deal. The guy went $3,500. Obviously, you might be able to talk him down a little bit, but it's still up, so maybe he is pretty firm. $3,500. He's got a 305 TBI, so he swapped over a TBI from a mid '90s or early '90s Chevy pickup. So it is a V8. It's only a 305, but it should still sound all right. It's got long tube headers and some other exhaust work done to it, so it should sound pretty fucking awesome. And it's a 3/4 ton, so it's got stiffer suspension. It's got the bigger axles. Oh man, it's automatic, but it's all original on the inside. It's still got the old AM/FM radio in there. It's got like you can save like 5 channels or whatever. It's got the manual button. You got to actually dial it in. And then there's another one, and well, that one's an 87. And then there's another one that's a 76, I think. A 76 square body. And these are both four-wheel drive long beds. This one is a half ton, but it's got a lift on it. And it's got nice tires on it. The guy says he got it in on trade from somebody, just from the ad that I read. He got it in on trade. It doesn't run. He believes it just needs a little bit of work, but he's got other projects he's working on, so he don't want it no more. And it's blue, and it looks fucking awesome, but the interior, I mean, I don't know. It's got some fucking Amazon gauges drilled to the dash. It's got a blue racing steering wheel, and it's got like a fucking shitty Kenworth head unit. Kenworth? I said Kenworth? A Kenwood head unit or Pioneer or whatever. I don't fucking know anything about that shit. It's just a fucking whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's got a nice little lift on it and some 35s, I think, and it looks pretty fucking good. I don't know. It's like that 80s one looks fucking stout. It looks like it could pull down a house. It just looks like a beast of a truck. And the 70s one, it looks good too. And it's got the round headlights, but it's the shitty blue paint job, the bullshit inside the cab. It's like, all right, well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal to find an original steering wheel and get it put on. And I don't know, put in a Classic Industries. I think that's what it's called. There's some company that makes classic head units that have like Bluetooth and shit in them. They're expensive, but I could get rid of that fucking bullshit head unit. My 78 that I used to have had an 8-track player in it. Now, I was a guy that did, I was younger, and I wanted to listen to, I wanted a digital radio. So I hacked the fuck out of the dash. I was dumb, and I didn't really care. I mean, I cared about the truck, obviously, but I treated it like shit because that's just the way it wanted to be treated, I felt like. So, yeah, I just hacked the shit out of the dash, made a horrible bracket to hold the radio. It would still fall out of the dash every now and again, but now knowing that, and knowing that, it's a metal dash, so you got to cut metal out of it. You got to use a grinding wheel inside your cab and cut a fucking hole in it. And looked like shit. So if I got another square body and I decided to do some sort of a radio upgrade, then I'd do it better than what it was. Sorry, I was merging onto the highway here. I'm in old Peterbilt. This is a 2023 Peterbilt. I don't fucking know. It's a fucking Peterbilt. It's like a new age. It's got a big fucking double din touchscreen. The whole dash is digital, and it's got this little fucking wheel thing that you scroll to see different gauges on the dash, but it's right there where your hand is, so you're always constantly scrolling to no gauges. It's like, if I put it right here, all I have is a speedometer and an RPM. I don't even have a fuel gauge until I click down to, that one just puts a little bit of a background on it. This one, you get fuel, def, coolant, your air tanks, and your oil pressure. And then this one, brake pressure, trans temp, air restriction on your air filter, oil temp, torque, boost. And then this next one is like your favorites. And it's like, I want this one to be my favorites. I don't fucking know. It's a fucking bullshit dash. I don't like it at all. It's got all different kinds of buttons. The cruise control's on the opposite side of the steering wheel, so it's like fucks you up because all the other trucks we have, the cruise control's on the right, and this one's on the left. But it's a good truck. It is a quad axle, so I mean, now that I think about it, I'm never going to be overweight. I don't think you can get this container full enough with the wood to be overweight if I got quad axle. I think I'm going to haul up to 80,000. Well, not haul 80,000, but my total weight can be 80. So I'm pulling up to the landfill here in a little bit, and we're gonna see if this is gonna work out. I don't know. This lady gives me fucking trouble every goddamn time. Even though this is all right, this is just general waste. I'm just here as anybody else, just dumping waste. I do like that I'm in a smaller truck that can zip zap around. That stop sign right there. Usually I sit there for a while waiting for traffic to clear out. Okay, buddies. Oh man, I took a 5-hour energy with lunch. I got something on my back that fucking hurts. Oh man, yep, I can't wait for tonight. I'm gonna hang out with my friend. We had to schedule it. I'm not a schedule type of guy. I'm kind of a, hey, what's up? You wanna hang out? All right, cool. And then we go hang out. But when you got a family and people expect to see you, you can't just take off whenever you want. Even though I don't see much that matters with that, but whatever. Gonna go hang out with him tonight. Might not even go home at all. Kids are gonna stay at grandma's house. My wife is gonna. I don't know what she's gonna do. And that's why I wish she would do with me. It's like I don't know what you're gonna do. Just do whatever you want. I don't even care to know. Just do whatever you want. Um, so I don't know. She might just sit at home. She might go to her friend's house. I don't know. But I'm gonna go to my buddy's house and I'm gonna hang out with the fire around a fire with him. And he's got a shop set up. It's a shed, but it's a big shed and it's set up as a woodworking shop. So I don't know. I hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit of something. I'll at least take a picture or something, post it up on the Facebook group if y'all want to see it. Yeah, that's about it for right now. We're just waiting on the scale, or waiting for the scale to open up. So I'm pretty close to half an hour right now, so I'm going to go ahead and end my Friday episode right now. But don't you worry. Don't you turn that dial. I'm going to be right back shortly in 15 seconds, whatever it is. And you'll be hearing from me Saturday night. Okay, here we are. I finally did that setting where I block phone calls whenever I record because I just left work. This is Saturday. Just left work and I text my wife and she also has me on that freaking, I don't know what it is. She tracks me so she can tell whenever I'm leaving. And she put, oh, I saw you were leaving, so I'm going to call you. And right in the middle of me recording, which is fine. I don't mind it, but it throws everything off. Yeah, Saturday. We're having a good time. Just got off work 4:30 in the afternoon. Started at 7. We cleaned a crane. I took a couple of videos, and I'll share those off onto the Facebook. So it's a crane that runs. It's got a track inside of a building. And there's 2 hooks on it, and then there's like the little cab that kind of hangs down below, and they use that to pick up molten metal or pick up metal to put into the thing that melts it. I don't know. I don't know exactly how they do everything over there, but I know their crane, they were going to add a new, I don't know, some sort of electronic thing inside of there. So they needed all this dust and debris and all this other shit that was built up over the years that had settled in behind where all the conduit and all that shit goes. So they needed that all cleaned out so they could add in some new piece of electrical equipment somewhere on there. Not a big deal. It's just really dusty and dirty. And then once we got to the end, because we were using a guzzler, so the guzzler has a 8-inch hose that comes off the back of the truck. We used one of the small tiny cranes to hoist up the hose up there, and then we couldn't get the 8-inch hose to fit in all the nooks and crannies, so we used a reducer and got it down to a 4-inch. And this is flex hose. It's like poly HDPE piping corrugated tube shit. So we choked it down to 4-inch so we could get better access to some shit. But once we got down the end, there was no room for any of that, and they just needed to see the floor, the entire floor of the little walkway or whatever. So we ended up finding an air gun and an airline, and we were just blowing that shit out. And we set the hose down to kind of collect the dust that we were creating. Not a big deal. Everything ended up fine. It's just there's so much dust back there, and it's been so long that there's all kinds of tools. There's old pieces of conduit that wasn't used. There's just water bottles, all kinds of shit thrown back there. Tubes of grease. So I don't know, they use a lot of grease on that crane because it's got a lot of moving parts on it. So there's a bunch of tubes of old grease and just other tools and just shit up there. And then, but we got it all done. It took all day, but we got it. Went and ate some lunch. We were going to go to this really nice place. It's right across the railroad tracks, but there was a train there. And it was sitting. And we don't have time to wait on a fucking train. So we were going to go to this place. It's not a Chipotle at all, but it's kind of set up like that. You can get a bowl or a burrito, and it's really fucking good. And it's not that expensive. And they have like chicken fingers and stuff, and their chicken fingers are fucking delicious. But you can have them. You can be like, hey, I want a breaded chicken burrito, so they'll shred up a whatever you want. Hey, I want jalapeno poppers in my taco. Yeah, they'll put them in there. They got it all. They don't care. They'll do whatever. There's a menu, but you don't look at it. Everything's right there in front of you. But no, we weren't able to get that, so we went over to the Quick Trip, and I got me some pizza. And it was decent pizza. If you want my lane, you're gonna have to speed the fuck up. I'm not gonna. fucking slow down so you can cut across a solid white line. I need to get all the way over. Yeah, I'm driving my car. Just left work. I also set off the alarm. Um, I needed to shit all day, so I went in there to do my business, and then I set all my stuff right outside the door so people would know that I'm still inside. Like, I'm not going to leave my cooler and my bag sitting out front. I'm in my car out front also. Like, I'm still in here, you motherfuckers. But no, they fucking set the alarm while I'm in there shitting, and I don't even know. I can't. There's no way for me to know, and even if I did know, there's nothing I can do to stop them because I'm in the bathroom. So they set the alarm. So I finished, doing my business, but my clothes are completely filthy. So, and we have our changing room, well, or just like it's just like a locker room right next door to the bathroom. But as soon as I walk out into that lobby, the alarm starts going off because I set off the motion sensors. So I had to go turn the alarm off and then hurry up and text my boss so he can talk to the alarm company so they won't send out the fucking police to come fucking put me at gunpoint while I got my pants down trying to change my clothes. I look homeless because I'm covered in fucking filth. Like, covered. Like, I'm completely covered. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I look like a homeless guy that just found some clothes at our shop. How am I don't know. I ran through all the scenarios in my head. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take my pants off, but we also have like a TV screen with all the cameras on it right there. That's not where the saving, like where the save, I don't know, the fucking files go to the cloud or some shit. So anyways, I kept an eye on the fucking cameras to make sure a cop wasn't gonna pull in there. I was like, do I have time to put my pants on? Please. Because I've set the alarm off, or somebody else has set the alarm off before, and them cops, like, they are close by. There's a, oh, hey. I'm like, oh, shit. We just set it off. How did you guys get here so fast? But, yeah, I don't know. I think we had a good day today. I was a little worried because they have two cranes in this building. One of them handles, like, scrap material. It picks up all the scrap and it puts it in rail cars because there's a rail spur that comes inside the building there. And so I guess one of the guys I was with, he cleaned that crane once before, and he said, "Dude, I don't want to be here. I do not want to do another crane." He's like, "It's the biggest bitch because the guy that runs the crane has to climb up a ladder, to the fourth floor, and then hops in the crane right there." So we got to climb up the ladder, and then we got to throw a rope down and then tie it to a fucking hose and hoist the hose all the way up and then string it out. And it's over a scrap pile of fucking metal and bullshit. So it's not fun to do that. Luckily, we were doing the second crane. Oh shit. Um, People changing a tire on the side of the road. There's an exit right here. Why would you stop there right before the exit? There's an exit right here where you can change your tire and you're less likely to get hit. But no, you fucking change it right there. Fucking idiots, man. I hope they don't get hit. I don't want them to get hit. But it's like, if you got a flat tire, don't just immediately pull up. Like, find a safe spot to pull over. Even the left side of the road here is like twice. They could add a lane, basically. It's a really wide area over there. The other where they pulled over is on the short side. It's not much area. Like, your car can only get so far off the road. I did not run the truck today. Usually, if I'm working, I run the truck. I did not run the truck. We had a dude named Safety Steve. That's what I call him, because You will never see that guy without a high-vis vest and a hard hat and safety glasses and gloves on. I've never seen him without it. Like, he got hired on and he said, I need all those things. And they give it to him and he's like, I think he sleeps in it. I think he goes home like that. It's like we're in the Monday morning meeting and we're just all just trying to drink coffee and wake up. And he's like, ready to go. I go, oh, damn, you're ready. You're ready for anything. You wear your hard hat, your safety glasses, your gloves. You got all your shit on. Man, why is there so much traffic over here today? It's kind of ridiculous. It does not feel like a Saturday. This feels like a normal day to get off of work. Like, there's a lot of traffic on the road. Yeah, I don't know. The guzzler hose. So we're collecting dust. That's all it is. But it's metal dust. Hold on. We're collecting a shitload of metal dust, and it creates static electricity as it flows through that plastic pipe, and it will shock the ever loving shit out of you. Like, especially if you're the one using the hose. Damn, sneezing. So we have a grounding rod. It's just like a big, like a 4 foot long copper pole pipe. No, it's a pole. I don't know. It's a solid piece of copper. And we cut a hole in the pipe and we stick that in there, and then we find some jumper cables, which we all have a lot of jumper cables with us. Rarely ever used for jump starting a battery or anything like that. It's mainly used for grounding the trucks. And then we just hook it up. So it will still shock you, but not near as bad, because it's hard to get like a perfect good ground in a place like I was. And I highly suggest you go over to the Facebook and check out the picture or the video or whatever I end up posting up, because you'll see what we're dealing with. Like, this place is full of like OSHA violations. It's like horrible. I saw a guy almost get killed there. It was crazy, and it was a guy on a job that I was kind of in charge of, because they couldn't find anybody else to go out on the job, so they sent our ER crew. And our ER crew, they're good at doing their jobs, but they've never done this job. And this is a normal thing for the guys on the field side to be doing. And I take them out there, and I go to the guy that's in charge that tells us where he wants us to clean and what he wants us to clean and if it's good enough or whatever. And I say, hey, I'm here. I need to lock out this track to make sure, everything's disarmed, so we can go in there and we don't have to worry about any machines moving, because there's a ton of fucking machines and stuff. And this is a totally different thing. This was not the crane. That's the first time I've ever done the crane. I didn't even know they had those fucking cranes. It makes sense now, but I had no idea that those were even in there. I've never been in that building before. I've been beside it, but I've never been inside of it. But usually it's like a conveyor system. So I'll just say, they create train wheels. So all the wheels on all the trains, I don't know all of them, but a lot of them, they are made at this place, and they melt down steel. They have a lot of sand and stuff, and then they have like giant ovens, which are buildings. It's a building that's an oven. They get up to, I think, 2,000. The one building we were in, there was like a little kiln next to it, and it had a temperature gauge. It was 2,000 degrees. So, I mean, it was glowing. A giant pot was glowing red, because they got to keep those pots super duper fucking hot, so whenever they dump in the molten lava or molten metal, it doesn't cool down at all. It'll stay molten until they can get it poured into the sand molds of the wheels. And they have like little clay, I don't know, little clay pot things that are also part of the mold. and those things are all fucking everywhere, and you can just step on them and they'll break. But they're strong enough to, and they don't burn or anything. It's an interesting place, but you're completely covered in dust and dirt, no matter what. You get there, like the guy that's in charge, I've never seen him clean. I don't even know if he's Caucasian. I think he is because his ears, like he scratches his ears, so you can tell his ears are Caucasian. But I don't know about the rest of him, because the rest of him is completely covered in black soot. Every time I've seen this dude. Um, and yeah, we just clean the stuff up. Oh, anyways, like yeah, so the guy, I say, hey man, I need to lock out this track, this conveyor, because this is what you want us to clean. Where do I lock out at? And he says, oh yeah, right here. And he flips the lever down to the off position. And he says, lock that out. And you just lock the lever down, and then you take your key out, and then just it's locked out. Like that shuts down the power to this entire conveyor, right? Yep, yep, you're good. When we start working, and there's like this injector thing. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's got like 8 pipes coming down, and it's up, and it's underneath this rack system thing. And one of our guys walked by, and it was like a little sensor. So like it's a conveyor, so it's got a sensor to sense a wheel come through on the track, and once it trips the sensor, it injects these pipes straight down. And we had a guy working right next to that, and I saw it like move and go down, and the guy was right next to it, and I said, hey man, come over here. I was like, he's like, you want me to get under there? I was like, absolutely not. Do not get even near that. That's not locked out. So we're done. Like, we're done. I don't know how much else is not locked out. If that's not locked out, and he said it was, I don't know what else isn't locked out. I have no idea. So I'm pulling stop work authority. I'm going to call the fucking guy, bring him over here, and be like, that motherfucking thing is still on. So we're done unless you can prove to us everything is locked out, because this is ridiculous. A guy walked by a sensor and it triggered the machine to operate. And if he had been underneath that, not knowing that it was on, it would have injected him down. He would have been fucked. And you'd have a lot of fucking paperwork to do, and I'd have a funeral to attend. Yeah, fuck. Don't you fucking tell me shit's locked out without proving it again. But I mean, yeah, there's no excuse for that. I understand, because this place is full of machinery. It's full of stuff. There's levers every fucking where. Nobody knows what any of this shit does. They just turn everything on, and I don't know. The wheels are made. I don't fucking know, but it's ridiculous. It seems like every time I see workers there, I mean, granted, we're always there on Saturday, so I think they're kind of shut down for the most part on a Saturday. But I saw a guy. He was walking itty bitty 2x4s, one by one, through the building. I'm like, what the fuck is going on over here? Like, this guy's just. It could have been the same 2x4 every time. I don't know. He just was looking busy. I could tell he was just looking busy. And while we were up on the crane, I looked down and I just watching, just checking people out, seeing what they're doing. And I see this one guy, he just gets on a forklift and drives it and picks something up and then sets it down and then drives over there and picks something up and sets it down. I'm like, what the? Is this a fake? Is this like the Truman Show? Like, people are just, they're like, oh, he's watching, let's start moving. He won't think anything of it. It is a weird fucking place. That place is, I didn't know where the bathroom was, but I finally found it. And I go in there and I take a leak. And then I go to the sink to wash my hands, because my hands are covered in soot and shit and whatever. And a dude walks in and he's taking a piss. And I'm like, hey man, how do you turn on this sink? And he looked at me and then he walked out the bathroom. And I'm like, what the? How do you work this sink? Like, I don't know. I'm like, there is no fucking handle. There's nothing on here. I don't understand how to use this fucking sink. And then, so I'm like, all right, well, I guess I won't wash my hands. And I just walk out. And then the next time I had to go to the bathroom, I walk in there as the guy's washing his hands, and he's got his foot on a pedal. Or like, it's like this big long bar that goes along this entire, like, trough sink or whatever it is. And it's a foot pedal. I'm like, that fucking asshole just looks at me directly in my eyes and then just walks out. I'm like, you motherfucker. Can't even tell me how to operate the fucking sink. This place is fucking ridiculous. And he didn't wash his hands. He pissed. He's got fucking black shit all over him. He just, what a fucking asshole. Um, yeah, and you gotta watch yourself around there because there's a lot of shit that you'd like to put your hand on and lean up against every now and again. Just that's just how everybody lives their life. Everybody's got to touch stuff, and there's a lot of cool looking shit in there. You gotta watch out because it might be fucking hot. You don't even know what any of this shit is. It might be fucking hot. Like the rail wheels, they bring them out. They're brand new. They're nice and shiny, perfect, and you're like, ooh, and you want to just touch it. Don't touch any of them. You have no idea how hot they are and how long they're gonna be fucking hot. We had one guy fall off. They have another rail spur out back, but it's an elevated platform so they can offload box cars. And dude, he was guiding a truck because that's where we usually park our trucks is back there, and then run hose from there. And it's kind of a tight squeeze, but you can make it as long as you have a spotter there to make sure you don't drive the truck off the edge. Well, our spotter walked off the edge and he fell down and landed on the rail. He got all fucked up. I mean, there's no trains or anything. But yeah, he fell down and fucked himself up, and he ended up getting fired. He was a good guy. He just, I don't know. He had a lot of little problems, and I guess they built up too much. And he was a good guy, but yeah, he was a bulldog. That's what I always called him. I'm like, you're a fucking bulldog. He's like, what do you mean? Like, well, I don't know. I've never had a bulldog, but you look like a bulldog, and I imagine a bulldog. Like, you have to tell a bulldog to sit, and then he'll sit. But if you say sit and lay down, he'll just sit, or he'll just run away. And that's what he was like. You tell him to do one thing, and he will do that one thing. You tell him to do two things, and you might not see that motherfucker again till the end of the day. It's like, what the fuck happened? You just got to know how to work with your guy. He's a cool guy. Um, but yeah, and he's always singing the random songs and stuff, which is fine. I mean, I'm a weirdo too. I'm running around waving at people, smiling. I drove by some guys the other day. I said, "Fuck her right in the pussy." Just like some random guys standing out in the parking lot. So I mean, I do some weird shit too, but this dude was on another level of weird. Like I can also stay quiet. Like I'm able to do that. He was not. He had to be fiddling, fucking, or doing something. But yeah, they ended up letting him go, along with another guy. The other guy was a lazy motherfucker. He's like, "Oh, what are we doing today?" I'm like, "We're digging holes." "Oh, okay. I'm gonna sit in the truck." It's like, "No, we need to dig holes." He's like, "No, I'm gonna sit in the truck." It's like, "Okay, yeah, do whatever you want. The boss will hear about this." Like, no, you can't just. You're a new guy. You can't just show up and then be like, "Yeah, no, I don't dig holes. I don't dig holes." It's like, all right, well, listen, I'm a Class A has driver also. Like, yeah, I'm the cream of the fucking crop. You don't get any better than me over here. And I'm digging fucking holes, you fucking motherfucker. It's just part of the fucking job. And if you don't understand that, you need to get the fuck out. He was an over the road guy for a while. So he was like, no, I mean, if it's driving, I'll do that. And if it's like pumping, I'll do that. But I am not digging holes. I am not hauling hose. I'm not, doing all kinds of other shit. He's like, if it, only things that are involved with the truck. And that's it. Um, so yeah, he needed to go. He needed to get the fuck out of there. And that's what I do really like that about the job is like, if you start seeing some people and you're like, yeah, I don't think he's going to last. It's not years down the line and you're like, dude, how is this guy still fucking working here? No, they're gone. Like, they will get rid of people that don't have the common sense or are just bad in general, like, or just not good. They'll get rid of them. And I mean, that's also made me fear for my job a couple of times whenever I've had accidents. I'm like, fuck, is this the one? And so far, no. So far, it's great. I got one of the largest raises uh, in our branch, and I was expecting to get a raise, but not one of the biggest. So that's kind of cool. And then I do feel bad a little bit because the lady trucker, I said, because we got our raises and they're already coming in on our checks, and I didn't even mention it. She's like, "Did you get a raise?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "I did too." I'm like, "Oh, cool." She's like, "It ain't worth shit. It's like 20 cents." I'm like, "Oh yeah, mine too." When I'm walking around with $1.40 raise, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Women can do this job also, but it is a like I'm pushing totes, y'all. Like this girl cannot push the totes. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish you could push the totes, but you've tried. You can't. You've got a bad arm. You got a bad back. You're at the hospital right now. You're over there. You're doing this. You got leukemia. You're fucking. I don't know. Your foot needs cut off. I don't know. She's always got fucking. I mean, then all those are made up, but she's got fucking. She's always at. Every other time I talk to her, she's like, "I'm at the ER." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Anything else new? Like, I don't even. She's always at the ER. Always at the ER. I don't know if she's hypochondriac or she has serious issues and she needs to. I don't know, but she's cool. She's fun. She's a good worker, but it's like she ain't pushing totes, y'all. So I don't know, mate. I think the boss is. He gave her a raise, so I think he's keeping her, but not sure. All right, well, I'm home. The wife is here. The kids are here. Keep all 18 down. Adios.